Today we're taking a look at this huge 75-inch QNED mini LED TV from LG. It's the LG 75QNED866QA, which is a mid-range TV, but it packs plenty of technology while delivering a great picture. So full disclosure, before we get started, this video is sponsored by LG. I'm not paid to say anything and all opinions are my own, but they've sent me this TV for free. Now the LG 75QNED866QA is a pretty feature-rich TV in the mid-range, and it comes with mini LED, quantum dot nanocell technology, and of course a 4K resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. The quantum dot nanocell technology is essentially a filter. The LED backlight passes through the nanocell and quantum dot materials, and this delivers improved colors with better accuracy. We've got a mini LED backlight with precision dimming, and this is essentially smaller LEDs to give better control of the backlight, and this is going to deliver deeper blacks along with better contrast. The precision dimming uses unique dimming zones, which again helps with the deeper black, a more vivid picture and higher contrast. We get HDR10, Dolby Vision, HLG, and it supports HDMI 2.1 for 120Hz on gaming consoles, and we also get support for variable refresh rate. For the gamers, we've also got HDIG support as well as GeForce Now built into the TV, so you can just pair a wireless controller and play your games directly on the TV. Now it's powered by the Alpha 7 Gen 5 AI processor, and it uses deep learning algorithms to recognize the content and optimize it on the fly. So this basically enhances the picture by making adjustments to things like brightness, picture detail and volume, and this is dependent on the content you're watching. When it comes to connections, we've got 4 HDMI ports in total, and thankfully all of them are on the side of the TV. Now 2 of the ports are HDMI 2.1 and then HDMI 3 is for eARC. We also have a common interface slot on the side, the optical out and a USB port, as well as another USB on the rear. We've also got the RF connections on the rear along with an Ethernet port, and all of the rear connections are facing downwards, so if you are mounting the TV to the wall, it can fit nice and snug. When watching 4K HDR content, we've got nice rich colors and a great level of detail. The picture profile is currently on standard, and overall it's just an incredible looking picture. We've got bright vibrant colors along with nice deep blacks and great shadows, and we get the usual picture profiles that we'd normally see with LG. So this is vivid for those of you that want things very bright and saturated. We've got the standard profile, we've got cinema home, cinema, game optimizer for when you're playing your games, and then finally the filmmaker mode. The filmmaker mode is a popular choice for films, and it turns off the motion smoothing while preserving the original aspect ratios, colors and frame rates. This is basically to deliver the director's original version so you experience the film the way they intended. Now the mini LED technology along with precision dimming, it just performs fantastically on this TV. We've got some great contrast between the color and the darkness, and we don't have any light spilling through onto the dark areas of the display. We've got nice deep blacks, and even when next to bright colors, it's still exactly the same. So overall, this is great performance from the mini LED and the precision dimming technology. Now thanks to the great HDR and contrast, it makes films a pleasure to watch, and of course we've also got the filmmaker mode I mentioned just a second ago for those of you that do want to use it. You can see if we compare them side by side that it really does make a huge difference to both the colors as well as the processing. Directors don't want everything to be super smooth for films, and they want that more cinematic look, and that's exactly what Filmmaker is delivering. Now personally, I do prefer the rich colors and all of the smoothing, but it's great to have the option. When it comes to upscaling lower resolution content, the Alpha 7 Gen 5 AI processor performs pretty well. I've tested multiple different resolutions and all of them are perfectly watchable even on this huge 75-inch display. If we take a look at the 1080p footage, you can see it's still great quality, and the TV has done a very good job at upscaling this to 4K. Now of course, the more we drop down the resolution, the more detail we're going to lose, and a bit of an extreme example here at 480p, you can see there's nowhere near as much detail as we have on a 4K video, but it's still done a great job with the upscaling. In terms of the sound, we've got a downward firing speaker system with a 20-watt sub and 2 10-watt speakers, and overall they do well. Now most people are using soundbars these days, and to be honest, I don't ever use the TV sound anymore, but for those of you that do, this TV provides a nice warm sound with enough bass to make it enjoyable to watch. For the gamers out there, this TV is also going to be a great choice. We get rich vibrant colours and some nice deep blacks with some good shadows. Now I've tried this over lots of different genres in gaming, and this is just great with 4K at 120 frames a second. It's got the built-in game mode to reduce the latency for more competitive gaming, and we get plenty of presets to choose from for the colours, and of course we can customise these specifically to our own preference. Now we've got variable refresh rate along with AMD's FreeSync, and for those of you concerned with visual fatigue, you can also reduce the blue light. For console gamers, this TV isn't going to disappoint, and I actually really like mini LED TVs for gaming thanks to their high brightness and high contrast. Now the TV of course runs WebOS, and thanks to the Alpha 7 processor it runs perfectly. When there's no signal we get art appearing on the screen, and if we press the home button we see the WebOS main screen. Now every now and then when you're opening the home screen there's a slight bit of stutter as things start to load, but it's only ever for half a second, and once loaded the UI is incredibly fast and snappy. We get recommendations for all of the different media along with all of the installed apps in a line. Below that we've got the home dashboard, the mobile connection, AirPlay and more, and then below that we've got plenty more recommendations. Now the TV uses the Magic Remote, which I'm sure most of you have seen by now, and I'm a huge fan of the Magic Remote. It's got plenty of shortcuts, it supports voice searching, and it also has the Air Mouse. Another thing we can do with this remote is make our own shortcuts using the numbers, and if I open up YouTube and hold down 1, this sets 1 as my quick start for YouTube. Now I've been using this TV for just over a month now, and I have to say I'm very impressed. We've got plenty of features and technology that deliver a great all-round experience. We've got good brightness, high contrast and rich colours, and while it's not an OLED TV, a mini LED TV is a great alternative when the OLED is out of budget. We've got nice slim bezels all round, although the bottom bezel is a bit thicker than the top and the sides. We've also got a centre stand, which means that those that aren't going to be wall mounting don't have to worry so much about the unit size. Now for those of you that will be wall mounting, it's 400 by 400 Visa mounts on the rear, and overall I'd say this is a great TV, and if it's in your budget and you've been considering it, then I would recommend it as a good contender. Now of course I've placed the links down in the description below if you want to go and check it out or just take a look at the full specs, and of course if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.